Can you tell me what connects tissue paper,
Yeah.
water pistols, steep hills, and Thunderbirds?
Would it be my 1976 holiday to Clacton-on-Sea?
Well, that's answered that.
Yeah.
That's the end of this
Great.
week's
Oh, that's right.
It is not that.
Okay.
We need to travel to find out. So we're heading over to Japan.
Oh, lovely.
And to the popular 1980s game show that is also played in many other countries around the world, including the UK, where it's, I think, narrated by Craig Charles.
Oh?
It's Takeshi's Castle.
Yeah, yes, okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So for those who've not seen Takeshi's Castle, well, what have you been doing with your life? Seriously. There's nothing better to do than watch Takeshi's Castle. But let me tell you, if you have missed it, the basic premise of the show involves 100 contestants undertaking a variety of difficult obstacle courses and other physical challenges, which usually end in them falling into water or into mud from a great height.
Yeah.
With a few survivors then attempting to storm the castle of Count Takeshi in the hopes of winning a cash prize of 1 million yen. So there you go. I don't know what the rate is for exchange there, but it's a bit more than that, I think. Considering that most of the challenges they face were so dangerous that even Captain Scarlet would probably think twice, obviously there weren't often any winners. Certainly not many, anyway.
Right.
Each of the show's many courses would be accompanied with a piece of background music, some of them quite well known. These background tracks included lots of music from video games, plus instrumental versions of several well-known songs, including Surfing USA by the Beach Boys, and many film and television themes, including the Star Wars theme, the Star Wars Cantina Band theme, the Indiana Jones theme. Thank you.
Yep.
2 incidental tracks from Star Trek For the Voyage Home.
Wow.
And, drum roll please, the Thunderbirds theme. Yes, as we know, the Japanese are huge fans of all things Anderson, and Thunderbirds in particular. Firstly, there was a game that only appeared in one episode of Takeshi's Castle, in which a helicopter dropped 100 coloured balls into the ocean for contestants to recover, and that featured the Power Theme's 90 version of the Thunderbirds theme.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And there's 2 other regular Takeshi's Castle games also that feature the Barry Gray Orchestra single release of Thunderbirds that you'll find on most of the Best TV Themes compilation albums.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
The first, which opened the show, was called Slipped Discs.
Oh, don't.
At least it was in the UK dub of Takeshi's Castle, and featured the 100 contestants trying to climb over a steep wall armed only with a water pistol. Their water pistol had a ring on it covered with tissue paper, and if that ring was perforated by the water pistols of the guards defending the wall, they're out of the game.
Ah.
The second was called Uphill Garden.
Right.
And featured a similar setup with contestants armed with water pistols that again had a ring of tissue paper on. But this time they had to make their way one by one up an exceptionally steep and often extremely muddy hill, where the guards made their own way down from the top of the hill to shoot at their rings.
Oh, so it was just like my 1976 holiday in Clacton-on-Sea.
Very similar, but no 1 million yen prize at the end. Needless to say, the guards often had a very hard time of it, particularly when they were dressed as motorbikes or tanks or similarly bulky costumes. This is all bizarre, isn't it? But fantastic.
It is, yeah.
Now, obviously, it all sounds a little bit silly and not really the place you'd expect to hear the Thunderbirds theme, but somehow the two things do fit together quite well.
Oh, I can imagine.
As there is something almost magical about watching 3 Japanese men dressed as a sea monster falling uncontrollably down a hill to the grandeur and dignity of the Thunderbirds theme.
I love it. It's interesting, isn't it? It seems that the Thunderbirds theme is very often used as a shorthand for something exciting is about to happen.
Yes,
someone posted
absolutely.
on our Facebook group this week that apparently it was level 42 used to use the famous Peter Dineley countdown and the introductory theme to Thunderbirds as they came on stage, apparently.
Ah.
So, it's very often a shorthand. It's a way of saying, get ready, something exciting is about to happen.
Yes, peculiarly and possibly not that perfect in terms of brand, it does mean stand by for action.
Yes.
Although that's from the previous show.
Yeah, but
So
what a
who would have
letdown
realised?
to then be confronted by level 42. I mean,
Yes.
wow.
Well, or by a muddy slope. I mean,
yes. Now wasn't there's Fort Boyard as well, isn't there? That's a sort of a fairly
Fort
similar.
Boyard?
Boyard, was it? Yeah. That was
Yeah,
a
I think
similar
it was.
game show.
Wasn't that hosted by Melinda Messenger?
And Leslie Grantham, I think.
Yes, what a strange pairing.
Yeah, but seemed to work. That's what they say about us, Jamie. You know.
Which one's Melinda and which one's Leslie?
No, don't, because now you've set up something for Simon Allen to post in our Facebook group tomorrow, haven't you?
You're right.
So I can see those pictures now.
Okay. Anyway, if you've spotted any other game shows or strange appearances of the Thunderbirds theme, Postrons, we'd love to know. Email us, podcast@gerryanderson.com. Also, if you spotted any other iterations of any other Anderson themes on Takeshi's Castle, I guess that would be worth a spot too. So drop us a line. A sort of mostly not Anderson-related fab fact this week, but at least it did have a tenuous link through the music of Barry Gray. So that brings us to the end of this week's Takeshi's Fact!